Hey everybody, it's Mike Brosnan again here with another BellaVita training moment. We're excited to talk about this business, which is an emotion-driven relationship business. I think everybody's aware of this, but really how does that affect as you build, as you strive to become a leader and you strive to lead teams of people? You have to understand as your organization grows, this becomes a really important component of building a great business, is understanding the effect that emotion has on your teams. And the first thing to know is that emotion, positive emotion, drives the business. So positive emotions drive, okay? But contra to that is negative emotions kill the business, okay? So what are we talking about here? You know, people get really excited, especially when they're new. Their enthusiasm level is really high, but their knowledge level is really low. And then as they start learning more, hopefully their enthusiasm level doesn't drop so much that the more you instruct and educate and train and teach and inspire, their enthusiasm level stays high and their knowledge and skill level increases. And this creates positive emotion. This really creates that positive energy and that momentum. But as they interact with each other in groups and teams, you know, there's always relationship conflicts or little differences of opinions and things like that. You know, as much as you can influence this, you really need to keep those things in check. We talk about, you know, this business being a drama-free zone. the more you can keep your organization drama-free and really focused forward on you know, the positive things, the progressing of the business, the better. So drama-free is really something to try to create as a motto or as a theme within your business. Now, again, people have so many different opinions about things, and ego plays a big part in this business. And your more proactive people that really go after the business hard, they have ego. We all have ego in some varying degree, but we really want to keep that ego focused in a positive direction. And so something to think about is always try to unify the team, not divide. Okay, so you can be such an important element or influence on being a unifier, not a divider. All right, another thing is cross-line interaction, okay? So if you have your team and you're in a city or a town and there's some other groups or individuals that have another BellaVita team, you know, it's really important not to try to create an adversarial competition with each other. Healthy competition is always good, but don't make them the bad guys and your group's the good guys and try to, you know, pull their people away. Or sometimes their people might even come to you and say, hey, you seem to have this really positive, amazing group, really strong community. We'd rather be a part of your group. Avoid, you know, this kind of cross-line recruiting or cross-line interaction. It's okay to interact on a positive level, having joint events and trainings, but make sure you're always respectful of each group, and you never cross the boundaries of trying to pull somebody over to your group. When that happens, it's just poison. So let's make sure we always respect each other's group and understand within BellaVita, our commission plan, the BellaVita Prosperity Plan is set up with the pools that as you grow in the business and become a leader, you start earning into the pools. And some of those pools, literally you earn on all the business activity within BellaVita. And so you can look at any cross-line group or any other team in any other part of the world as in some respect part of your team, because as you grow as a leader and you start earning into those pools, you will earn from every group worldwide. So always be respectful, always edify, always celebrate, always lift up these other teams and, of course, your team. All right, here's the final point is, sorry, let me finish this here. Okay, the other point is really important too, and that's when we have concerns, when we have problems, issues, things that we need to address, we always want to address those upline. So we always want to make sure that we're voicing concerns up, but edifying and praising and having positive interaction down. So edifying downline. So this is really key. Again, voice concerns upline or to corporate, and edify and have positive communications, you know, really recognize and you know, encourage and lift downline. You always want to make sure, because if your downline is seeing you, or your team are seeing you as somebody that's, you know, always finding out what's wrong with things, as opposed to being proactive and looking for solutions, there are always going to be concerns and issues. But if you're solution oriented, if you're forward thinking, if you're finding solutions and then moving on, you know, if there's issues, drama, complaints, you know, negative interaction, address it and move on, move up, get rid of that, get past it. You know, that's the key. You know, check those egos at the door, realize we're all one part of a big BellaVita family, understand that we're all striving for the same thing, and that's to inspire people and lead people to better health. What we do at BellaVita is very, very important. And so please recognize we've got to protect this with this positive energy, with this edification, this unifying effect. As we're leaders, we need to be unifiers. So with that, thank you everybody. We'll be back soon with more training.